Hi there, hello everybody, and welcome back to another Love and Action Daily Boost program. On Sundays, we're joined by Tara Paolo Studio. Who are you in the world today?
Oh, I was so prepared for you to introduce yourself that I was on a different screen trying to share this out. I'm Tara Priolo. I'm your resident Black biracial multi-passionate musician. I talk about the ish that nobody wants to talk about and push you to do the same. Who are you in the world on this
I'm
weird
Dr.
chakra day?
Flo. I'm Dr. Flo, not telling you what I heard, but what I know. What I know is that you're loved and lovable. You've always been loved and lovable, and you're always going to be loved and lovable for the rest of your life. And how you feel and engage your loved and lovable nature today is going to determine your future. You want that great sex, that great food, that great adventures. You want to be happy, healthy, and free. Tap into Love and Action Network, where we encourage, equip, and empower folks to be their brightest star every day. It's week 43. Festivals of Love is our theme this week. Festivals of Love, exploring cultural festivals that are centered on love and how celebration pulls us into love, unity, and all of this is happening through a global and spiritual lens for energetic balance. Root Chakra's mantra is I am. Who are you in the world? Who do you want to be? Who do you see yourself becoming? Do you see yourself as a loved and lovable nurse, a loved and lovable firefighter? I cannot wait to put up my reel. This morning, you guys, I got to take video of a fire truck.
Would you have ever been a firefighter? I feel like you talked about this in the room, but I don't remember what you said. You wanted to be a firefighter.
Well,
Okay.
no. I didn't want to be a
Yeah.
firefighter. Everything that I've
No.
wanted to be, I've already been. I can't. All of my other dreams are in conflict with what it means to be a firefighter. They have to sleep there. They have to
You
be
did?
ready.
What if you had a day shift? Or do they work 24-hour shifts? What shifts do firefighters work? What shifts do firefighters work?
Now, my fascination is not
Um,
with
well,
what does it say.
the AI overview says firefighters commonly work 24-hour shifts on a 24 on, 48 off schedule. You get 2 days off? That's cool. Which means they work one day and then they have 2 days off. Thank you for sharing, AI. Other variations exist, such as the California or swing shift, 24 on, 24 off, 24 on, 4 days off, or the Kelly schedule, which is 24 on, 24 off, 24 on, 48 off. But the 24-48 rotation is the most prevalent.
Wow. Yeah, I just knew that I couldn't be. And let's be very clear, because I've kind of gotten twisted into a corner here. It's really the fire trucks and the trains that I admire. It's not being a firefighter. I'm intrigued by what it means to be a firefighter, and I think that they are better than cops. But it's really the fire truck. Like this morning, I had no interest in like becoming a firefighter. They seemed miserable. They were out checking hydrant pressure and
Also, the
driving
gear is
around.
really heavy. The gear
Yeah,
that
that,
they wear,
that I'm not a fan of. I
but
love
they're
a
also
fire truck
volunteers. Some of them. Some of them are volunteers, which I think is cool. Hey, Poppy.
on standby. Yeah. Um, are the fire trucks where you live red or greenish yellow?
They are, well, the ones that I have seen are red. The station is like 3 minutes down the road.
The ones
They're
in
red.
New York are red as well. The ones here are greenish yellow. You'll see, but
What,
it's really
what
the fire truck.
did they tell you why they're greenish yellow instead of red? They just wanted to be different.
Let me ask,
Why?
why are some fire?
It's like the state trooper cars, because you talked about police. State trooper cars and sheriff cars are different colors in every state. The ones in Minnesota are like plum.
Wow. Some fire trucks are yellow because lime yellow is the most visible color in various lighting and weather conditions, making it easier
Huh.
for other drivers to see and potentially reducing accidents. Studies have shown that fire apparatus in lime yellow have lower accident rates compared to red ones though the color is not mandatory and traditional red is still widely used, often alongside modern reflective stripping for visibility. So the new fire trucks for visibility are lime yellow. And I guess we have new fire trucks. They have LED lights on them. It seems like a
Wow.
smart car, a fire truck today. So it was
Did it
lime
have the
yellow.
little things? Did they let you see the inside or just the outside?
These firefighters were not happy to see me or
Oh,
talk to me.
oh, okay.
I represented someone who was chatting with them when they had probably 500 hydrants to check today.
I see.
And I was simply telling them how childhood me and Mimi loves fire trucks. But once again, it's not firefighters themselves or me wanting to be a firefighter. I was never telling someone as a kid. I would tell a person as a kid that I wanted to be on Broadway. I would tell them that I wanted to be a banker. I would tell them that I wanted to fly and be a flight attendant. But I never told anybody as a child that I wanted to be a firefighter. I love, though, taking tours of and stopping by fire stations and looking at and taking pictures of fire trucks. What's up?
Do you think, like, okay, I'm curious about the flying because you have a fascination with the trains, right? Like themselves and like the mechanics of the train and the mechanics of the firefighter. Do you have that same thing for an airplane or you just wanted to be in the air?
Both and. As a child, I used to put together, and I would still love to put together model planes.
I see. I
They
see.
come in these giant boxes, and all the pieces are on this like sheet of pieces, and you snap them off, and then you get the instructions, and it says glue this part to this part, and then you put that together, and then glue this part to this part, you put that together, and then by the time you're done over a few days or weeks, you have a plane. Yeah, it's so yes.
Wow. So
And I
both.
watch a lot of documentaries. I have watched, and continue to watch a lot of documentaries about how planes are made. Like the 787 Dreamliner, it like millions of components go into planes, and people have to know each and every nut and bolt of a plane to keep them in the air.
Isn't that why people get in so much trouble when like something does malfunction and it was supposed to be checked and they didn't like check it properly?
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
Because there's like all of these little parts that go on.
for sure.
There's that one dude that talks on you know, you remember the redhead that talks
Mhm.
about airplane stuff and then he ends up in Lord of the Rings and
Yes.
somehow we're there. Is it Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones? Lord of the
Lord
Rings.
of the Rings. Yeah, literally for a plane to have a failure that harms people, like the one that just happened in Lansing, Michigan, like 10 things have to go wrong for a
Wow.
plane to have a catastrophic failure. And people are paid a lot of money. Shout out to all of the air traffic controllers who are not getting paid right now and the government shutdown. They're going there just to keep people safe and to keep the rings of safety from breaking and causing accidents. But yeah, very fascinated by fire trucks, trains, and planes. And when I walked up to the firefighter this morning, he rolled his eyes and rolled down the window, like, what does this guy want? I said, I've been fascinated with fire trucks since I was a child. Can I take pictures and a Snapchat of your fire truck? And he went, okay. And then the lady firefighter got in, and he says, if you want, we can make the front light spin for you. And
Yes.
the female firefighter went, and then they did it for me. And then by the time I was like, yay, you did it for me, they were already revving their engine to pull out of the
They were like,
parking lot. They were like, we gave you your moment, sir. Please step aside. But my favorite days in elementary school were the days where the dump trucks and the bulldozers and the fire trucks and the police cars came to the school for like community day.
yeah.
And they
We
turned the
we had
sirens on and
like
stuff.
carnival days. That's when they came to our school. Like with the we had the little rubber ducky thing where you pick a duck and you get a prize, but also the fire truck was there. And so we could tour the fire truck and like see the dashboard and stuff.
No matter what city I'm in, and you've never been with me one-on-one in a city, but no matter what city I'm in, I'm always going to the fire station and asking if I can take photos. I've got photos in fire stations all over the country. And
Get
my
my
favorite firefighters were the New York firefighters. They always, in Queens and Brooklyn and also in the city, they always let me take pictures with their fire trucks.
That's
And
nice.
they keep their pants and stuff outside of the truck so they can just jump in
Yeah.
them and go off.
Yeah, and they got the little poles in the that you stand
Yes.
down. Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
fascinating, but I don't want to be one at all.
Okay.
That sounds stressful.
I feel like I don't want to be responsible for life and death in that way. It's one of the reasons why I didn't become a pediatric surgeon. Like that's something that I wanted to do ever since I was a kid, and then I was like, I don't want to
Now,
hold life and death in my hand like that.
now flight attendants are trained to do everything a firefighter can do on the ground. We're all trained to do that in flight because when you are at 40,000 feet, there you can't call for a firefighter.
Are you sure? They might have put that on the plane now. They got Wi-Fi. Sometimes people text me from plane
So,
flights.
so I'm trained to do everything a firefighter can do on the ground at 40,000 feet, but never in my life have I wanted to be one. I just really like flashing lights.
Well, those are fun. That's Discord. I don't know why
And
Discord.
speaking of flashing lights, we're talking this week about festivals of love. And today we're going to talk about being grounded in love's traditions. The theme is belonging, ancestry, and the roots of love across cultures. So the reason why I'm speaking us through this, if you're listening over on X, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Substack, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts, the reason why I'm pushing us down the track is because I was cooking lunch slash dinner for Poppy and I, and Tara said, "Are we doing Boost today?" And I was like, "When were we
I
supposed to
said,
do
"Could
it?"
I get an ETA?" He could have told me no.
No, I need this done so I can go and eat. I need this
And watch
over.
Justin Jefferson win the second half. That's
I need this done. So here are your questions to reflect into this week's theme, Festivals of Love. First question is, what traditions or festivals from your lineage celebrate love, family, or unity? What traditions or festivals from your lineage celebrate love, family, or unity? How do community gatherings strengthen your sense of belonging and security? How do community gatherings strengthen your sense of belonging and security? Which cultural rituals make you feel most grounded and connected to the earth? Remember, it's Root Chakra Day. It's all about taking your roots firmly planted into the ground and using the roots of your life to anchor you in the storms of your life, which may have happened already or could come. Which of those rituals in your culture make you feel most grounded and connected to the earth? What does home mean to you when expressed through acts of love and celebration? What does home mean to you when expressed through acts of love and celebration? My last question to share today is, how can honoring your ancestry deepen your relationships with love today? How can honoring your ancestry deepen your relationship with love today? For me, before I hand it over to Praolo, you will find my legal last name, my government last name, Stith. It's like Smith with a T. Stith. You will find that in the slave registries of Petersburg, Virginia. I'm a native Virginian. You will see that name throughout slave registries. Whenever I see my last name written in the slave logs of, or the enslaved people logs of Virginia, I think about all that they had to do in the name of love to create the conditions for me to be the fantastic, awesome human I am today. Lots of love, lots of strength, lots of courage went into their lives in those enslaved people logs in order to continue to want to propagate more humans into the world. I'm telling you all, on a recorded line that if I were enslaved, the last thing on my mind would be to have more enslaved people and to make love, to put people on the earth, you know. But the fact that they loved each other so much and wanted to have families so much and wanted to pass the traditions of their love on to future stiffs who would live in Virginia and one day appear on Broadway. Wow,
Wow.
what a big deal. And the
Wow.
way that I honor them is by continuing to live my best. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm pointing to a colorful background. We have the Love and Action logo designed by Poppy Water out of the House of Mommy Water, the scroller that's below. This is how I honor my ancestors and deepen my relationship with love for myself and love for the planet. What about you?
Um, I didn't have an answer to number 5, but I did have sort of, I mean, a lot of these I often feel like I'm like cooking. Like it doesn't necessarily make me feel more connected to the earth, although it could. But one of the things that gets passed down in my family is our cast iron skillets. I got the cast iron skillets. It's like a 70-year-old skillet, and therefore it is encrusted. Me and my mother-in-law were talking about it last night and how encrusted it is, and how that just carries forward some of the lineage of my family and of the way in which we cook, or like the recipes, like the recipes, the things that are written, like those are the things that get passed down in my family and make me feel connected to ritual, like the ritual of being alive, right? I was on a different screen and he was doing a snappity chat, which by the way, speaking of, I, while Flo was talking, hello to Ailstorm fan 20, no, 224, uh, Jimmy and Wyatt Holmes. They are over on my Instagram. Hello to you. Nice of you to stop by. Yay. Glad you're here. Glad somebody stopped by. Um, so, yay. That's 3 people. Anyway, um, okay, I'm going to read the next few questions. I might come back. We'll see. Which cultural or family customs do you wish to preserve or pass down? I didn't think, okay, here's the thing about these. Pause. I'll read it again. But one of the things I get hung up on the cultural thing because I think so much of culture these days is mixed. And I also think that, so that y'all hear my husband shouting at the TV. He's not shouting. He's just saying, go, 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 because the game's back on. Anyway, I get very like, it's like, what is culture? And then I start talking, like, I just am like, okay, well, is that culture or is that just like a family thing? Anyway, which cultural or family customs do you wish to preserve or pass down? How does your body feel when you participate in collective joy or celebration? And y'all know I love that question. One more time. How does your body feel when you participate in collective joy or celebration? What symbols or foods from your heritage represent stability and love? What symbols or foods from your heritage represent stability and love? How might you create your own ritual of gratitude for the roots that support you? How might you create your own ritual of gratitude for the roots that support you? In what ways do cultural celebrations help you release fear and embrace trust in life? In what ways do cultural celebrations help you release fear and embrace trust in life? Um, I'm going to answer what symbols or foods. Do I want to do that one? No, I want to do the family customs with family traditions. I'm going to replace it with traditions. The one that I want to pass down is the holiday cooking, like the way, like, okay, so many of you know that while I do not celebrate Thanksgiving, I do make a meal because if we're going to be off work, we're going to eat. and watch football. So I make Cornish hens, one for each person, and then a whole slew of other things that are just traditionally on the table for our family. And that's something I want to pass down. And then at Christmas, one of the things that my family does, there's two things. We do the jammies on Christmas Eve. We have Christmas jammies that you open on Christmas Eve, your one Christmas present. But then also we have Swedish coffee ring, and we make it the day before, and it takes most of the day. And then you put the icing on it before you go to bed, and then you cut it and eat it for breakfast on Christmas morning. So Christmas morning breakfast is always the Swedish coffee ring. And that is a tradition that I want to pass down to my future people. And yeah, I really like the question about the collective joy or celebration, but y'all can go view the Lift the Joy Masterclass where I talked about that. That's available on my Substack right now at tarapriolo.com/links. Hey, Suze. Hey, Suze.
He's watching anime.
Oh.
What symbols or foods from your heritage represent civility and love? Fried fish and fried chicken.
Yes, fried fish for sure.
And people try to call us the watermelon people. I'm not sure if you all were around last week when the young GOP group chat was exposed.
I didn't read any
in
of
the
it.
news, and they call us the watermelon people. And so fried chicken and fried catfish and fried fish is one of those watermelon people dishes. Let me tell you something. He's no longer on the planet, but a guy named Deacon Moses Joyner, from the Second Baptist Church on East Pilkington Street, used to have amazing fish fries in his backyard in my life growing up. That was love on a plate. I can see the giant cauldron of oil being heated by propane, and I can practically smell the fish and the chicken being dropped while we're sitting here. Powerful symbols and food of heritage.
Can I share something about
Also,
catfish? Because you
sure.
talked about catfish. So my daddy doesn't eat catfish because he's Seventh-day Adventist. And it says that things that come from water are like must have fins and scales in order to be clean enough to eat, and catfish are not, right? And so I never had catfish until I was a literal adult, I don't think. And I don't really eat catfish anymore. I had it once and I was like, okay, but they're up in Minnesota. One of the like quote unquote delicacies up here is walleye. People go crazy for fried walleye. They have fried
Spell that,
walleye.
please.
Walleye, like WALL and then IEYE. Walleye.
I've never heard of this.
Yes, we have like fried walleye nights at a lot of the restaurants up here. You can buy it at the Costco's up here. Like, is it crazy? It's crazy. But anyway, that just made me think about the you were having fried fish, and we there's one other thing about fried fish. My great grandma, my mom's dad's mom, said she was from Arkansas. Okay, Arkansas. And she always said that we couldn't have milk when we had fried fish, like that it would be poisonous. And so I had milk with my fish, and I'm still here. But that was something that my grandpa always used to say at the table. He'd be like, "You can't drink that." Like he was like joking around because he knew that it wasn't true. But yeah, he would always say, "My mom said that you can't have milk with your fish." And I was like, oh my gosh, what in the world? Anyway, yeah. Oh, for the love. Carson Wentz just threw another interception. Number 3 on the day.
Walleye are a popular freshwater fish known for their mild, firm, and flaky white meat with a sweet flavor that isn't fishy. They are a prized game fish native to Canada and much of the northern United States, inhabiting cool, deep, and clear waters. They have distinctive, large, reflective eyes that help them hunt at night. Now I want to know, what do walleye eat? They primarily eat other fish, especially yellow perch, and also consume crustaceans like crayfish, insects such as mayflies, and sometimes snails. They are
Okay.
nocturnal predators that hunt in low light conditions such as dusk and dawn or at night. And young walleye start by eating invertebrates and zooplankton before their diet shifts to mostly fish. That's a walleye.
Wow. I did not know that. But about yellow perch, which I very rarely had, because the thing about yellow perch is that they get worms often. So you cannot eat. Well, some people eat it, but that's gross. Um, yeah. Anyway, those also are up here, and it makes sense that you've never heard of walleye because you've lived in the South a lot. So, and we have them up north in the cool water. Also, you said mayfly, and I swear I will let you finish whatever you were going to next. When we got in the car this morning, and I know you'll enjoy this, there was a dragonfly that almost flew into the car, and then it like flew down towards my seat, and then it whoo, went out, and it had a little red stripe on it and little thin wings, very small little guy about that big. Anyway, so I thought I'd share because the mayfly made me think of the dragonfly, and yeah.
I'm also a big fan of dragonflies. I'm terrified of them a little bit in
Why?
ways that I don't know why. It's illogical. It's one of my many
Oh,
illogical fears.
I mean, I'm
I
scared
love
of little
them.
tiny spiders, so
I love them because I don't think that dragonflies breathe fire or
mm, they
um,
can't even bite you, I don't think.
they dragonflies are carnivores. They eat a variety of insects, including mosquitoes, midges, flies, and butterflies. As adults, they catch prey in midair using their legs to form a basket, and in their larval stage, which takes place in water, they consume aquatic insects, tadpoles, and small fish.
Wow.
So they're not a danger to humans at all. Um, I still am afraid of them, but I also love them so much.
I love dragonflies. They're like I think I almost love dragonflies more than I like butterflies, but I really also like butterflies.
Oh no, in that contest, butterflies, especially monarch butterflies,
We have those all the time up here.
I think
Not in the
monarch
winter.
butterflies are just wonderful. I can't
Gorgeous.
wait to go annually to like a monarch butterfly conservation
We could also go to the butterfly
conservatory.
pavilion at the Como Zoo that's free,
I know
which
I'm
is
going. Poppy
concert.
Water doesn't like zoos or aquariums.
The aquarium thing is
I mean,
we're
to
gonna
each his own. I don't. I
you
don't
and
listen.
you and I will
It's
go to
my
the
money.
aquarium.
It's my life. I get to go where I want to go in my
We'll
freedom.
go to
But
the aquarium.
um, I would love to see the aquarium. I would love to see the butterflies, all the things. All right, I'm going to answer this last question that you put forward. How might you create your own ritual of gratitude for the roots that support you? Every day in Love and Action Network at 11 a.m. local, we host a short form and sometimes long form peer support group. And in that group, we land it and weave throughout moments of gratitude. Gratitude is a wonderful container for making something new of your life and creating new opportunities for joy. And the ways that I'm creating those rituals of gratitude for the roots that support me is through Love and Action Network. And so, if you're interested in tapping into our daily peer support programs, if you're interested in our support services, which we're going to be doing an awesome job this week of letting you know how we support people globally and also within our own country. If you're interested in learning more about what we do and wanting to connect with like minded individuals of love, hope, and joy, just for today, Loretta's messaging me now, one of our soul service members. Just go to lovedandlovable.bio.link, 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 and just tap in. Get in where you fit in for love. Any closing thoughts from you, Paolo?
Skull Vikings. And maybe I'll
Skull
get some
Vikings.
walleye. Skull Vikings. It's 14-9. We're not out. We're not out yet. I'll try to call the chat again. We're not out yet. But yeah, it's my closing thought. Also, I get to be I get to dress up tonight because it's spooky night at Opera on Tap. So that's fun. If you care and you're in Minneapolis and you want to come see a show at a brewery. It'll be a fun time. And I'm safe. Okay.
Give people the details, and what are you dressing up as?
Well, okay. Okay. The song I'm singing is called Grief by William Grant Still. The poem, Dr. Flo says poem a very nice way. Can you say
Poem.
poem?
Poem.
Poem. I can't
I
really.
think it's a beautiful word.
Poem.
Poem. It
That
feels
was
very, very on a singer's voice. It feels so
poem.
good on the voce. Poem. Stay focused, Paolo. My dinner is waiting.
The Eagles just got a touchdown. Anyway, everything's fine. That was like a 90-yard pass. That was crazy. Yes, William Grant Still, the poet. He wrote this song about he was in a cemetery and he saw a weeping angel, which those of you that have seen Doctor Who, you know how we feel about weeping angels. Okay. And he wrote this poem, and William Grant Still said it. And so initially I was going to like dress up as the weeping angel, but then tonight's thing is called like spooky something. And so I found a shirt this morning that says spooky on it. And I think I'm going to wear that and maybe just do my makeup as a dead person or as a statue. And that will be my contribution to this day. Oh.
I hope that your performance goes well. And once again, if you all are in the Minnesota Twin Cities area, check out the music.
Check out the
Opera on Tap. It's a wonderful concept. It's opera, singing, and music done at a local brewery. So
Yep.
Two of my favorite things are colliding.
Yeah, and it's a national. Well, it was a national thing. So there are different chapters. There's probably a chapter near you if you live in a big enough city. I think there is one in Atlanta. So yeah, they exist all over. Check it out. They're usually kind of chill cabaret style opera in a bar. Opera where you wouldn't expect it.
Awesome. Thanks for watching, everybody, and holding space for love with us daily. We're so grateful for you being here. Thanks also to Poppy Water, who's folding laundry over my shoulder here for the 7-Day Pillar Challenge from the House of Mommy Water. Be on the lookout for our Love in Action featured people feed over on Threads. I started that up this afternoon. So Tara Paolo Studio, Poppy Water 33, Ryan Writes Too, and myself have lots of words to offer into the world. And so be looking for that public feed for some of your favorite voices out of Love in Action Network. And on behalf of, once again, Tara Paolo Studio, Poppy Water 33, and myself, Ask Dr. Flo on all platforms.
Thank you to Vibes and Highs. Says in the comment section, hello, Doc. Just passed by one of your videos. I enjoyed it. Definitely subscribing. Thank you so much. Follow the love.
On behalf of all of us, stay in your power, stay in your joy, stay loved and lovable. And we'll see you very, very soon around the network. And go to the link, lovedandlovable.bio.link, lovedandlovable.bio.link, lovedandlovable.bio.link. There's a link that says our connection points. We are on every platform. Just follow us towards love. And we'll see you very, very soon around our fantastic back part. Take care, everybody. Happy